So this is going to be a detailed Google Ads audit checklist. In case if you are looking to have your Google Ads account audited and looking for a checklist, then this video is going to be for you, because in this video I'm going to give you a whole Google Ads detailed audit process plus a link through which you can see this. The link will be in the description on how you can do the check, how you can find the checklist. But before I start, let me tell you before I start, let me tell you that I'm a Google Ads advertising professional and I've been working in this field for around 15 years. My company is a Google partner company. I'm also Facebook Ads certified and I'm also Microsoft Bing Ads certified. So let's get started on how you can do the Google Ads audit process. But before I tell you that, this is going to be a detailed checklist you will ever find on the internet on how you can audit your Google Ads account. But before on how you can Google do the audit, I have few questions in mind, for which I'm also writing the article, and the link will be in the description through which you can find the complete checklist. And that is why you have to audit the Google Ads account. Okay, why there is a need to audit a Google Ads account? Probably once in a while you may need to audit your Google Ads, and even you have to do a third party audit so you can sort out any unknown issues on the account, like improving your quality score, or you can even might be ignoring unknowingly any issues or error in your account which is causing higher quality cost or reduced conversions, or maybe there is some new competitors in the market and they have tried to do something new, and because there are certain new practices and features and for features and functions Google Ads regularly introduce. So it's always a better idea to get your Google Ads account audited by a professional or by Google partner company just like us. Even we do Google Ads audit, and in case if you want an audit for your company, we'll be gladly to help you on getting your accounts audit. And so now understand the goals of an audit. Why you audit a Google Ads account? Like I told, identify and reduce waste spend. Look for new opportunities, new locations, new ideas. Maybe improve quality score in improving the campaign structure of your Google Ads account. So identifying and reduce waste spend. So let's get started on how you can do the audit. Okay, so first of all, the audit you are going to do as at the high. So in the high overview of the account, you basically organize and overview the account on what are the account, and first of all, are you tracking conversions or not? That is the important thing. And not only by conversion, you also have to track on the conversions amount. And then are you doing macro and micro conversions are being like, are you adding the value of the conversions, or just like you have entered, is it a conversion or not? So in case if you are selling different products, you need to add the value. Even if you are selling a single product, you need to add the value. Although in case if it's a lead form, then it's a different scenario. And then you also have to look on the date ranges, because once you will be with an account, you can't go and do comparison on month to month only. You also have to go to year on year to see, because February can be compared with March, but the best combination of February is going to be February this year versus February last year. So you have an idea, because every month is a different month. I was managing a campaign for a bank account, and we saw that the higher conversions were in the December and January, and all the months were typically lower conversions. We figured out that maybe due to New Year, people have goals on saving more money, New Year resolutions, so which is why the conversions were higher in the January and February as compared to the whole year. So you also need to keep in mind the months versus months to get a better idea. And after this, we are going to look out on the what does winning look like, what is actually our goal of conversions, what are we are going to achieve with Google Ads campaign. Is it more branding, is it more sales, is it a combination of both, Is it, you are planning to introduce something new in the market and creating a hype? So, different goals, and sometimes you advertise on so that the customers have your product as a TM, top of the mind thing. So, whenever they remember, for instance, if you're a doctor and you are doing TM marketing, you want, whenever there is some problem in someone's teeth, his name should come in his mind of the targeted potential visitors. So that is, the the checklist of doing TM, top of the mind thing. And then, what are the campaigns being used? Which search networks are being used? Are you using Google search or Google search partners as well? So, these are the few things you have to do, and you have to look on. Okay. And then, uh, I even say that you also need to look on that. Are you differentiating your Google search and Google display campaigns differently? Or in case if you have combined, I do not recommend combining those. I recommend you to create different variations for search, different variation for display, because data is everything. And do you have any negative keyword list for individual ad groups, for individual campaigns? Are you using wide URL tracking? Are you segmenting the data? Are you using impression share as a bidding strategy? Because impression share, makes you sure that you get a specific ad position, and we have to, look on which ad position is working well for us. Not always getting the top position generates more sale, but it's all according to the brand image, brand preference. And are there any quick wins over here? Where do the ads show on our top page or on our bottom? Like I told you, like it is not always the first position which is generating more sales. So then devices, which devices are being data, our ads are being shown, which are generating more sales? Is it mobile? Is it desktop? Is it tablet? uh, what is the performance difference between the different devices? Are you using bid adjustment for each devices? Let's say if I'm getting higher conversions at mobile, I would increase my bid for mobile, and in case if I'm getting poor conversions from tablets, I'm going to reduce bidding for my tablets. Or I do not want traffic from tablets in case if they are not generating sales at all. And like, our search network campaigns separate from display campaign, like I told before, that they need to be separate. And is a search network being used, and if they are being used, then on which campaigns, and how their results are being differentiated from the other campaigns? Are there quick wins over here? Which locations are performing particularly well and which are performing badly? And we have to create specific wins. And no, I do not say that you have to remove the locations which are not working well, but rather create new campaigns or new data for those campaigns, like creating specific landing pages with the city names, so we can have more targeted ads. Or we have to understand the city income, GDP capita of the city, so we can determine either is this the right market for our product or not. And are we doing different biddings for each cities, or is it whether we are running the same campaign nationwide? We have to examine, every area works differently, and every area people think differently. Are we using any location? Are we excluding any locations? And if we are excluding locations, why we are excluding those? And in case if we need to create a specific campaigns to target those locations again. And check there is a big difference between users versus what they are searching for. Any quick wins over here? And timing also plays a key role here. Because which times you are getting more sales is also very important and essential for you to determine. Because sometimes it's the off peak time, and sometimes it's the main peak time which are generating more sales. Because based on a 24-hour data, you will find that you are wasting money at few times, because that time are not converting well, and that time is different for each campaign. So you have to figure out those. And you also have to look for season pattern across multiple years. That is very important. And where people do not look on, and that is a seasonal pattern, which I have been telling that sometimes it's a month to month, sometimes it's a this month versus last year same month, to determine which times were working last year well. So this data can improve your marketing strategies and get you generate most out of the peak time, or the timings we are converting well. We can spend most budget on those timings. Are there any patterns in the day of the week or hours of the day when we are getting more sales? We can use these insights for improving our bids. Then we have set up any brand keywords, brand campaigns. Now this is for branding. This is not for everyone. So I will recommend, I will opt here. I will won't discuss it because this doesn't apply to everyone. And then SKG, are we using SKG, STAG or SIAG, different theme style ad groups? But again, SKG or STAG. Okay, for bidding strategies, I recommend you to go with campaigns with manual CPC or maximize clicks. But this is for new campaigns because we do not have a data. Once we get some data, I recommend you to go with the impression share, where we get a specific ad position to determine if there any sale difference, in case if we either go on the top of the page or on the down of the page, and we can see that in their case any sales difference. And then once we have a data, I recommend you to go with the CPA bidding that can improve your campaign further. And then there are keywords based oriented strategies. Okay, I believe that when you are doing keyword research, you have to follow the intent of the user. Intent of the user is very important. It's not the keyword searches, but rather the intent of the user which can generate sales. So regardless of a keyword has thousands of searches, what matters is the intent of the keyword matches with the intent of your ad, and that intent matches your landing page intent. So that is very important. And how you have distributed the keywords, how there are many keyword ad group, how many keywords are there in the ad group, which keywords the match types are being used, and which keywords are generating more sales, what are your top 5% keywords and how they are performing, and how you can even further organize and structure them. Are you using any negative keywords list, and any easy wins over here, anything you can do over here, and are you closely monitoring your search queries, and are you regularly adding new keywords based on your search queries, or excluding new keywords based on your search queries, and what you have done in the past year. So you can do the changes over here, and then you can look on the quality score for each keywords and how you can improve. For instance, if there is an improvement required, so for instance, if there is improvement required in a specific keyword, what you can do over there is you can probably create a new landing page with a new ad with a new keyword to see in case if increase the CTR, which can help you in improving the quality score. And high quality score means lower CPC for the same keywords. And then you can check out the history of the quality score of the account. Then you can even check the ad copies, and how ad copies are performing differently, any sales difference, and in case if you do fluctuation between headlines 1 2, are you testing these, or what kind of extensions you are using, and is the extensions used has benefited you in any way. Are you using structured snippet extension, location extension, call out, different extensions, message extensions, to see, because these extensions helps to get more authority for your website. And then the final URL, are you using retargeting, how you are targeting remarketing, creating retargeting list, and then are you doing looking on demographic bids, and then are you using any shopping campaigns, what is the ROI CPA relative to other campaigns for the Google Shopping, Google Merchant Center campaigns, how many different shopping campaigns are you using Performance Max campaign or not, like are you using Performance Max campaigns or not. Are the campaigns probably being different? Are you using dynamic search ads? Are you using DSA? Have you audited the DSA? Are you using any call only campaigns? Have you did the audit for the call only campaign? Are you doing display network? Which target methods you are using? Are you using excluding placement or not for the display network? Are you running on mobile apps? Are ads running? Are bids adjustment being used? So I mean, there are a lot of things you can do with retargeting, remarketing. Are you even running YouTube ads? This list creates an extensive information on what is the performance to how you can compare your YouTube ads, and you can check out. There are few data points which you can help you in improving your display campaign, then for the YouTube campaigns. So I mean, it's an extensive list you can use, and how you can find that link of that audit is in the description of this video. And I hope you like this video. In case if you want to add any other point for auditing, make sure to write in the comments box, and I will be happy to add in the URL of my audit list. And in case if you're looking for auditing service, me and my company is available to audit your Google ads, Facebook ads, Google Merchant Center, SEO accounts. I look forward to work with you. Once again, thank you for watching this video, and bye bye.